Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Jai Hind, your daily boost. Tithi, Nakshatra, and important anniversaries. A spiritual and historical insight of 8th March 2025, Saturday. Bengali date 23 ফাল্গুন 1431. As per Benimadhavsil Punjika, today's Tithi is Shukla Navami and up to 1154 hours, and after that Shukla Dashami. Today's Nakshatra, Mrigashira Nakshatra, and up to 0322 hours, and after that Ardra Nakshatra. Today is 67th day of the year. There are then 298 days left in 2025. Today is 10th Saturday of 2025. Today is International Women's Day. International Women's Day is a holiday celebrated annually as a focal point in the women's rights movement. IWD gives focus to issues such as gender equality, reproductive rights, and violence and abuse against women. Spurred over by the universal female suffrage movement, Indian International Women's Day originated from labor movements in Europe and North America during the early 20th century, with the modern holiday March 8 being declared by Vladimir Lenin. Female soldiers from Peru, Egypt, India, and other countries celebrate International Women's Day. The earliest version reported was a Women's Day organized by the Socialist Party of America in New York City on February 28, 1909. This inspired German delegates at the 1910 International Socialist Women's Conference in Copenhagen to propose a special Women's Day be organized annually. Albeit with no set date, the following year saw the first demonstrations and commemoration of International Women's Day across Europe. Vladimir Lenin declared March 8 as International Women's Day in 1922 to honor the women's role in 1917 Russian Revolution. It was subsequently celebrated on the date by the socialist movement and communist countries. The holiday became a mainstream global holiday following its promotion by the United Nations in 1977. International Women's Day is a public holiday in several countries. The UN observes the holiday in connection with a particular issue, campaign, or theme in women's rights. Today is World Information Architecture Day. World Information Architecture Day is a global event dedicated to the field of information architecture, celebrated annually to highlight its importance in organizing and structuring information for better user experiences. In 2025, World Information Architecture Day falls on March 8, focusing on the theme Challenges of Change, Adapting Information Architecture for an Evolving World. The event brings together designers, content strategists, researchers, and technology professionals in various cities worldwide to discuss architecture, information architecture's role in navigating digital complexity through talks, workshops, and networking opportunities. World Information Architecture Day fosters knowledge sharing and innovation, helping professionals create more intuitive and accessible information systems. Today is National Retro Video Game Day. National Retro Video Game Day, celebrated annually on March 8, honors classic video games that laid the foundation for today's gaming industry. Established to commemorate the birthday of Ralph Baer, the father of video games, this day invites enthusiasts to revisit iconic titles like Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and Super Mario Bros. Celebrations often include playing vintage games, hosting themed parties, and attending retro gaming events, fostering nostalgia and appreciations for the evolution of gaming. Today is National Peanut Cluster Day. National Peanut Cluster Day, celebrated annually on March 8, honors the delightful confection of roasted peanuts enveloped in melted chocolate, creating a sweet and salty treat. This simple yet indulgent snack has been a favorite for generations, appreciated for its rich flavor and satisfying crunch. On this day, enthusiasts often enjoy peanut clusters by either purchasing them from local confectionaries or preparing homemade versions, which involve melting chocolate, mixing in peanuts, and allowing the clusters to set before savoring. The observance highlights the enduring popularity of this classic candy and encourages sharing the joy of peanut clusters with friends and family. Today is National Proofreading Day. National Proofreading Day, observed annually on March 8, promotes the importance of error-free writing and encourages individuals to meticulously review their work for grammatical, spelling, and punctuation mistakes. Established in 2011 by Judy Weaver in memory of her mother, Lo, who had a passion for correcting errors, this day serves as a reminder to ensure clarity and professionalism in written communication. Participants are encouraged to proofread their documents thoroughly, enhance their editing skills, and appreciate those who assist in refining written content. Today is National Genealogy Day. National Genealogy Day, observed annually on the second Saturday of March, is a day dedicated to exploring and celebrating one's family rich history. Established in 2013 by Christ Church in Limerick, Ireland, to commemorate its 200th anniversary. The day encourages individuals to delve into their ancestral roots and uncover the stories of their forebears. Activities often include researching family trees, transcribing historical documents, and sharing family stories, all aimed at fostering a deeper understanding of personal heritage and connecting with the past generations. Today is International Funny Pack Day. International Funny Pack Day is observed annually on the second Saturday of March to celebrate the practicality and unique style of funny packs while also promoting charitable giving. Founded by Nick Yates in 2007, the day originated from his personal experience of handing out food to the homeless while wearing a fanny pack. Over time, the celebration has grown into a movement encouraging people to donate food and essentials to those in need. Beyond its humorous and nostalgic appeal, International Funny Pack Day serves as a reminder of kindness, generosity, and the enduring utility of this iconic accessory. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Johannes Diederik van der Waals, 23rd November 1837 to 8th March 1923. Johannes Diederik van der Waals was a Dutch physicist who received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1910 for his work on the equation of state for gases and liquids. Van der Waals started his career as a school teacher. He became the first physics professor of the University of Amsterdam when its status was upgraded to municipal university in 1877. His name is primarily associated with the van der Waals equation of state that describes the behavior of gases and their condensation to the liquid phase. His name is also associated with van der Waals forces between stable molecules. With van der Waals molecules, small molecular clusters bound by van der Waals forces, and with van der Waals radii, sizes of molecules. James Clerk Maxwell once said that there can be no doubt that the name of van der Waals will soon be among the foremost in molecular science. In his 1873 thesis, van der Waals noted the non-ideality of real gases and attributed it to the existence of intermolecular interactions. He introduced the first equation of state derived by the assumption of a finite volume occupied by the constituent molecules. Spearheaded by Ernst Mach and Wilhelm Oswald, a strong philosophical current that denied the existence of molecules arose towards the end of the 19th century. The molecular existence was considered unproven and the molecular hypothesis unnecessary. At the time van der Waals' thesis was written, 1873, the molecular structure of fluids had not been accepted by most physicists, and liquid and vapor were often considered as chemically distinct. But van der Waals' work affirmed the reality of molecules and allowed an assessment of their size and attractive strength. His new formula revolutionized the study of equations of state. By comparing his equation of state with the experimental data, van der Waals was able to obtain estimates for the actual size of molecules and the strength of their mutual attraction. The effect of van der Waals' work on molecular physics in the 20th century was direct and fundamental. By introducing parameters characterizing molecular size and attraction in constructing the equation of state, van der Waals set the tone for modern molecular science. That molecular aspects such as size, shape, attraction, and multipolar interactions should form the basis for mathematical formulations of the thermodynamic and transport properties of fluids is presently considered an axiom. With the help of the van der Waals equation of state, the critical point parameters of gases could be accurately predicted from thermodynamic measurements made at much higher temperatures. Nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, and helium subsequently succumbed to liquefaction. A.K. Kamerlingh Onnes was significantly influenced by the pioneering work of van der Waals in 1908. Onnes became the first to make liquid helium. This led directly to his 1911 discovery of superconductivity. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Herbert Kroemer, 25th August 1928 to 8th March 2024. Herbert Kroemer was a German-American physicist who, along with George Alferov, received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 2000 for developing semiconductor heterostructures used in high-speed and optoelectronics. Kroemer was Professor Emeritus of Electrical and Computer Engineering at the University of California, Santa Barbara, having received his PhD in theoretical physics in 1952 from the University of Göttingen, Germany, with a dissertation on hot electron effects in the then new transistor. His research into transistors was a stepping stone to the later development of mobile phone technologies. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Otto Hahn, 8th March 1879 to 28th July 1968. Otto Hahn was a German chemist who was a pioneer in the field of radiochemistry. He is referred to as the father of nuclear chemistry and discoverer of nuclear fission, the science behind nuclear reactors and nuclear weapons. Hahn and Lise Meitner discovered isotopes of the radioactive elements radium, thorium, protactinium, and uranium. He also discovered the phenomena of atomic recoil and nuclear isomerism and pioneered rubidium strontium dating. In 1938, Hahn, Meitner, and Fritz Strassmann discovered nuclear fission, for which Hahn alone was awarded the 1944 Nobel Prize in Chemistry. A graduate of the University of Marburg, which awarded him a doctorate in 1901, Hahn studied under Sir William Ramsay at University College London and at McGill University in Montreal under Ernest Rutherford, where he discovered several new radioactive isotopes. He returned to Germany in 1906. Emil Fischer let him use a former woodworking shop in the basement of the Chemical Institute at the University of Berlin as a laboratory. Hahn completed his rehabilitation in early 1907 and became a private docent. In 1912, he became head of the radioactivity department of the newly founded Kaiser Wilhelm Institute for Chemistry. Working with Austrian physicist Lise Meitner in the building that now bears their names, they made a series of groundbreaking discoveries, culminating with her isolation of the longest lived isotope of protactinium in 1918. During World War One, he served with a Landwehr regiment on the Western Front and with the chemical warfare headed by Fritz Haber on the Western, Eastern, and Italian fronts, earning the Iron Cross, second class, for his part in the First Battle of Ypres. After the war, he became the head of the KWIC while remaining in charge of his own department. Between 1934 and 1938, he worked with Strassman and Meitner on the study of isotopes created by neutron bombardment of uranium and thorium, which led to the discovery of nuclear fission. He was an opponent of Nazism and the persecution of Jews by the Nazi Party that caused the removal of many of his colleagues, including Meitner, who was forced to flee Germany in 1938. During World War II, he worked on the German nuclear weapons program, cataloging the fission products of uranium. At the end of the war, He was arrested by the Allied forces and detained in farm hall with nine other German scientists from July 1945 to January 1946. Hahn served as the last president of the Kaiser Wilhelm Society for the Advancement of Science in 1946 and as the founding president of its successor, the Max Planck Society from 1948 to 1960. In 1959, in Berlin, he co-founded the Federation of German Scientists, a non-governmental organization committed to the ideal of responsible science. As he worked to rebuild German science, he became one of the most influential and respected citizens of post-war West Germany. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Edward Calvin Kendall, 8th March 1886 to 4th May 1972. Edward Calvin Kendall was an American biochemist. In 1950, Kendall was awarded the Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine along with Swiss chemist Tadeusz Richstein and Mayo Clinic physician Philip S. Henge for their work with the hormones of the adrenal glands. Kendall not only researched the adrenal glands, he also isolated thyroxine, a hormone of the thyroid gland, and worked with the team that crystallized glutathione and identified its chemical structure. Kendall was a biochemist at the Graduate School of the Mayo Foundation at the time of the Nobel Award. He received his education at Columbia University. After retiring from his job with the Mayo Foundation, Kendall joined the faculty at Princeton University, where he remained until his death in 1972. Kendall Elementary School in Norwalk is named for him. Thank you very much for your patience. Request for like, share, and subscribe.